This will be an interesting one. It's a fairly current kind of an affair that's happening in the news. Still happening, even though the worst of it in most places, well, I shouldn't say in most places, in America it's run rife, and in Victoria down here in Australia, they're about to go into a lockdown. So you probably know what I'm talking about when I use the term lockdown. You'll find out in a moment. But basically, yeah, it's not good for Victoria or the US, where it's really, really run rife. And there just doesn't seem to be an end to it. Let's see how we go. Let's see what this thing is from. It's from a Chinese magazine, which is made out of material like anyway, you can see what that is. That would be a coronavirus. So this is an interesting picture I cut out of a Chinese magazine, which is made out of newspaper type paper ink. It's hard to tell if it's a newspaper or a fucking magazine, but it's made like a magazine. I nearly forgot we can just go here and take out some of the background. But basically, coronavirus is the hot button topic. And we just had a breach just a few days ago where apparently I think it was a Jetstar flight came from Melbourne to Sydney, and they didn't screen the passengers before letting them go for coronavirus. So this silliness just happened, this bloody careless kind of thing that happened, and really we don't need this. Now this looks interesting, but it looks a bit boring. You see it's made up of little half-tone dots. But yeah, it was really scary to read that article on Twitter. It was on Twitter I found that one out. So I read it on Twitter that the aircraft came in and they didn't screen the passengers when they were getting off. So I'm really disappointed with whoever was responsible for that. I don't know who, but you know, with this virus being what it is, yeah, there should be plenty of screenings for those, yeah. But apparently they were all tracked down. Someone today who saw this article, or similar article, told me that they were all tracked down, which I'm really relieved to hear that. They got tested and they're self-isolating, so hopefully there won't be any positive readings. Oh, that looks really quite nice. I think we can use that. So hopefully there won't be any positive tests for any of those people. Hopefully, folks. Hopefully, fingers crossed, folks. Yeah, well, we just got to hope that they didn't contact other people and make them sick. We can't have that happening in our fucking country. We can't afford to go back to the lockdown that we experienced temporarily. The short lockdown that we had wasn't actually a full one, from what I remember, but it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't fun. You know, things were closed and everything, you know, so many places were closed. You couldn't sit in a restaurant. Yeah, I don't want to go back to that, folks. I really don't. And it's taking its toll on the economy. people have got to be allowed to go back to work so they can earn a living. It's not good otherwise. So the horizontal is going to be a little bit less than that. Going to make it 170. And the vertical's got to be a little bit more. But yeah, we have to fucking, you know, be careful. But yeah, I must say, Jetstar, I don't like those aircraft anyway. I don't like, never been a fan of Jetstar or any of that sort of shit. I wonder if this is the way we're going to make it. See if we can make this look really nice. But yeah, I'm not a fan of these cut price airlines, folks. But then I don't like travelling by air anyway. The only time I want to travel by air is when I go overseas. I like to travel on the road and on rail. And I'm hoping that we don't have a resurgence of, or should I say a second wave here in New South Wales, because I want to go to Queensland. I've got work to do in Brisbane. I've got to go to Brisbane and shoot some demos up there. These demos are very important because I'm trying to locate a long lost love. A love that I've lost a long time ago, and I can't find him unless I make it to air on television, and these demos are important. Also, how should I put it? I've got to keep doing these demos, and basically I do need to go to Brisbane to do some of them. I'm trying to think what else I was going to say. I just got caught up. It's just disappeared from me. It's probably going to disappear. It's probably going to reappear when I finally turn off the phone, or the camera on the phone, should I say. But basically, I've got to try and get my stuff out there, and I'm trying to get it, use social media and all the rest of it. I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just trying to find what I was meant to say. Sorry, folks. I'm probably going to forget it. Probably be pretty cranky at myself, as I often am. Anyway, that looks interesting. I think now we can call this coronavirus demo quits.